I love that you've always been journaling.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it's such a great practice. And I love that because I've recommended to so many people that I've worked with to journal and read it back to themselves. And you're so right that sometimes you read your feelings back to yourself and you cry. And there are sometimes you read your feelings back to yourself and you laugh because you're just like, what, really? Like,
oh, right. You're like, that's
really
what I'm upset about?
Yeah.
You're like, that is so petty in today's world. And we all have to also be kind to ourselves and realize that, like, I hate when people say, like, what do you have to worry about? You have all this money or whatever. Oh, so money means you don't have problems? And I don't care who you are. Problems are problems. In your world, you might walk a day in my shoes and be like, I don't want those issues. Or I might walk a day in your shoes and be like, wow, everything's beautiful. But you might see what I thought was beauty as you're not happy and satisfied with that. And you still want more, or maybe you want less. Those are all okay feelings. That's why we each have our own lives.
Yeah.
But to attack somebody else for what is considered their problems, I just find really counterproductive. And that's not motivating yourself. If you want a lot of money, go out there and get it. I believe in you. I'm applauding you. But when people, I think journaling is so good, especially when it's private, because for me personally, it's something I get to write down and I don't feel judged, but I'm allowed to criticize myself because it's my journey and I know the day one to the last day that I've taken those steps. So I'm allowed to critique and be like, you know what, Khloe, you're way past this. You don't need to harp on things like this. I think it's healthy. And even if you read it back and you're just laugh at yourself, I think that's also a great form of therapy.
Yeah, 100%. What's the most powerful or meaningful journal entry you ever wrote that was really like transformative for you? I'm fascinated.
That's a good question. You know, sometimes I write and I don't even know what I'm saying.
Right.
Like sometimes I'm just like, it's like words and then it turns into something. And I never even knew that was a thing. But I was like, you know, I'm just compelled to write. And I would just start scribbling and it might be literally talking about my day. And then it goes into maybe like something to do with like, why did this happen? Like you just like, because your mind wanders. I know you meditate. I pray. I'm not great at meditating and sitting and my mind wanders too much. So when I pray, my prayers are very conversational. Yeah. And I realize it's kind of how I journal as well. It's more of a conversation, but I'm talking almost to myself, which might be a little insane, but.
No, not at all. I think the most important meeting we have is with ourselves.
I guess so.
So I think it's great. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I love that.